create epic silhouettes with off-camera flash and MagMod. And you can only use one speedlight, like that. We use the Profoto A10, this one. We use for our silhouettes, we use the Mag Gels, like that, and we use also the Mag Sphere. Why? We tell you later in this lesson. So we have this combination. But sometimes we use this combination or this combination. It depends on the environment and what we want to do creatively. We use a round head speedlight, the Profoto A10 or A1X. But for an epic silhouette you can also use a round speedlight like the Godox V1 or a rectangle speedlight like the V850 or the 860. You can also use Canon, Nikon, Sony or other brand flashes. The most important for creating an epic silhouette is find a very nice environment and find a nice frame for your couple and for your silhouette, and use the right color gel. We have here all the Mag Gels on a row, from left to right: the teal, the blue, the red and the rosé. We have here from left to right the CTO correction gels. The CTO correction gels blue. Here is the CTO green correction gel, and here we have the other gels, the green, the magentas, the lime and the yellow. The most important thing when you are using gels is to combine the perfect colors with the environment. If you have a lot of green in your environment, and when you use a CTO full or you use an orange gel, that's a perfect combination. But you can also use the opposite color of blue, and that's orange. Orange and blue is a perfect couple. The blue gel is our most used gel color. We also use a lot of red and magenta, and lately we use a lot of orange, the orange gel. Sometimes green and sometimes magenta. But when you use that kind of colors, you have to frame your couple, your bride and groom, perfectly. But we will let you see that later in this lesson. First thing to know is how to use your speedlight for a perfect silhouette. If you use a rectangle speedlight, a normal speedhead, it's important to know when you use it on white, it's too white for a silhouette. So we always use it on medium. But as you can see in this picture, you will see the head aimed to the wall and in the result. When you use a round head like a Profoto A10 or a Godox V1, it will be rounder but not fully round because it's a Fresnel filter. So you also have a little bit of disturbance in your aim to the wall light. And there is a perfect solution for, and that solution is from MagMod. and that's the Max Fair. With the Max Fair you can create perfect round lights behind your couple. We use the Max Fair on the Profoto A10, but we also use the Max Fair for our workshops on the Godox rectangle head, because the light is softer and it's more round. So you can pose your couple and you also can aim and pose your light perfectly in the frame you want to create that perfect silhouette. If you use the Max Fair, your light will be rounder and softer. So the penumbra around your light, the fall of light, is better and more beautiful. There are 3 ways for a silhouette. The first is backlight aimed to the background, like this example. The second one is the rim light. It's the same like the backlight, but you move your speed light the other way. And there's a third way for a silhouette, and that's create a shadow with a key light. So you can use one light like a key light on your bride and groom, and with that light you create a silhouette on the wall behind the couple, and that's a shadow silhouette. So the first, the silhouette backlight. Find a nice frame into your environment and your composition and pose your couple perfectly. And with the backlight you create a silhouette. The second one, the rim light. You aim the light to your couple in the direction of your camera view, and you're creating a rim light around your couple. And the third one is pose your couple in the shadow and create with one key light a shadow on the wall or on the building, like this. And we pose the couple exactly inside the shadow, so we moved or removed them in Lightroom with the blacks. The basics for epic silhouettes with only one speed light. Creating a silhouette is very simple. Normally, if it's not too dark and it's not too light, we use about f8, ISO 100 and 160. But when you are shooting in daytime and when the sun is shining, you need a more powerful light, or you need 2 speed lights to push up the power. And sometimes you need high speed sync for that. So the settings for your camera depends on the environment and the light conditions at that moment. But we always started with f8, 160 and ISO 100. The first, the silhouette with a backlight. This is the most simple backlight and silhouette light to create. It's simple, easy and fast. Find the right color, find the right composition, pose your couple, take some test shots, and you have a very creative image. We have backstage images for this image. We pose the couple inside the frame. This is our frame. And as you can see, here is the speed light. In this situation, we use only a color gel. And no, we don't use the Max Fair in this image. And that's because we want to frame we want to create a nice frame, but no round light. So in Lightroom we push the blacks and the contrast in this side of the image up. So more contrast, so the light will in this frame. We pose a couple before the speedlight. This bride, she was in a wheelchair, so we helped her, but she can stand. She cannot walk, but she can stand, and she wants a standing silhouette, so we created for her. This is our view when we are standing, and as you can see, there are a lot of stuff in the environment, in this building, we don't want to see in the final image. So if you push your ISO a little bit below, you push your f-stop up, you can remove this in the contrast and the shadows of your image, and after that you can remove it with Dodge and Burn in Lightroom, or sometimes like this curtain or this door with the content aware in Photoshop. But pose your couple perfectly in this frame. Because this is a concrete floor, you get a nice reflection of your light and your couple. So you create also a nice frame inside the floor when you take the image. As you can see, I was not tired, but we take a composition from below, from the surface of the concrete, because we want to get all the elements of the building in our composition and also a piece of the highest point of this building. So the roof, there's a very nice roof. The highest point of this building has a very nice roof with daylight. And this is our final composition. When you get to the first image, you can see it here, like that. It's like urbex. So this is the wall, the factory wall. This is our speedlight. We are with an orange gel, Nomex Fair. I think the zoom is around medium white, and the power is medium, not on full, because when we push this flash to full, there will be a lot of spill light everywhere. So yeah, try and error with your test shots. We took the image from below, from the concrete, and we create a very nice reflection in the floor. So this is the final image with 160 f9 ISO 100. If you push up your ISO to 400 or to 1000, you get a little bit more environment in your image, but also the details you don't want. So that's why it is on 100 ISO and f9. Very creative, very simple. The next one is a silhouette rim light. Also a very simple silhouette to do. The only thing, the difference between the first one and this one is that you have to turn your light. Instead, you don't aim to the wall, but you aim to your couple. So you get a nice rim light around your couple. In this shot in Paris, we had the luck. Normally everybody wants to run away or use an umbrella, but we like rain, because you get hazy air and all the rain droplets in the sky were illuminated by the flash. And also the Eiffel Tower is illuminated with an orange color. So we use not an opposite color, but we use also an orange color, warm orange MAC gel to lit the couple. This is the backstage image of a test shot. Finally, we moved the couple here, and we moved my assistant to the other side of the road with a MAC beam tailor. With a MAC beam tailor, you can like a fire on a fire tower, a lighthouse, like the light in a lighthouse, you can move your light to this point with the same power. You cannot create more power, but you can move with a MAC beam your light source to the couple, because the distance from here to the light and the distance from here to the light with my assistant later is much larger. So you have to move the light with a MAC beam. The MAC beam is a fantastic solution for this kind of opportunities. So we moved the couple here, we moved our light assistant here, and we create this image. So the Eiffel Tower was on the left. We used also the light from this lantern a little bit on the head of a bride and groom. You can see there is a little bit more light here. That's not only from the MAC beam, but also from illuminated by the lantern that was here. But we removed it in Photoshop. So we removed this one in Photoshop, also this one. The light is from the other side, so we get the rim light around the couple. We had the luck, it was raining. The ISO was 1250, so we can also see the Eiffel Tower. If we use ISO 100, the Eiffel Tower wasn't there. It was dark. It was too dark for ISO 100. The only thing is that we can perfect this figures. We moved this to 160 and f6.3. Then you have the same light here, like that. This was a little bit fault, but yeah, you can correct that. But if it's good in your camera and you can edit the image, it's also good. It's not always about the figures, but it's better to this is a high-speed sync, so you lose a little bit power of your light. So it's better to shoot on 160 and an f6.3 or 7.1 with the same result, but you have more light output from your flash. The third situation, we don't have a backstage from this, but I can explain it on this image very good. The third way to create a creative silhouette is to use a key light and create a shadow on a wall or on a building. We made this image about 5 or 6 years ago, so if we want to do it now, we have a better camera, better ISO, like that, a little bit nasty structure, but yeah, better camera, better results. But it's about the lesson. We post the couple like somewhere here, and we lay down the flashlight here on a small stand like this. This is the Manfrotto small stand, like that. It's a very small stand, and you can use it if you want your speed light on the ground. So we post the speed light on the ground, aimed it a little bit higher to the couple, and it was on full power. This light was on full power. The zoom is medium, not too wide, otherwise you lose a lot of light. And what we did is we create a key light on the couple that creates the shadow on this building in this framing, and we post our couple in this shadow. So on the raw image you see the couple was lighted, but in Photoshop and Lightroom with Dodge and Burn we removed the couple from the shadow, so we only have the shadow in the end result. This is a very creative way to create a silhouette, but the important thing of this is that you have a lot of time. You need a lot of time to create this. You have to aim perfectly the speed light on the ground. You have to post the couple perfectly in the shadow. So you need some extra time other than a basic silhouette light. But it's creative, and it's a different way to create a silhouette. Now we have explained how you can create epic silhouettes. We have some examples for you and how we shot it. The first one is a hairspray final shot. What we did is we placed the speed light behind the bride. We posed the speed light in her head. We used a MacGel CTO half, so we can create a little bit warmer color, and we shoot it on f8 160 ISO 100. And the same as the Paris shot is that the spill light of the flash illuminate the hairspray, and the spotlight of your flash head illuminate the rim light around the bride. So you have a very creative shot what you can create in less as a minute. The only thing we ask at the makeup artist is to use a little bit more hairspray. So there's a lot of hairspray in the air. That's the only thing we ask it, and we also planned this shoot. The next one is also a very creative shot where we use the spill light to illuminate the girl. The silhouette is a simple backlight silhouette. We aimed the flashlight to the wall. We posed the guy in front of this speed light. The reflection of the light was on full power. I thought it was the Profoto B10 Studio Strobe with a lot of light power, but you can also use one speed light or two speed lights above, so you can pose them above, so you have more light power. It's about f8, f10, and we posed here. This is a V-flat. That's a foldable board, 2 yards high, and that's black and white. And we posed her for the black V-flat, and this is the end of the V-flat. You can see here the connection of the V-flat. And the spill light illuminated the girl. So we can illuminate two models with only one light. And that's fun. We like fun and creative in our shots. The next one is a daylight silhouette. What we did, we on this location, an old castle, we searched for a little bit shadow here. This is daylight, the sun was shining, You can see that in the light on the tower. And what we do also F10, F11, and with AD200 power light, we eliminated this tower and we create a silhouette from the couple. We call that in Holland a sluier, but I don't know it in English. But this one, the piece from the dress in the hair, like that, was illuminated by the sunlight. The assistant took it and let it wave away. Very simple, and with only one speedlight or studio strobe. In this case, the AD200 with an orange gel. The next one is also very creative. This is framing in framing. This is a door with 4 windows in it, and the room behind this door was white, also with 2 doors, and we illuminated that with a magenta gel, full power, aimed to the wall behind this door, and because the backlight turns, it goes back to us into the camera, we post the bride and groom in this frame. So we have this frame and we have this frame in frame. We post them here, so we create a silhouette in one of these open glass systems in the door. Very creative, very simple. You can do this in like 2 minutes. The next one is also a very easy one. One light, basic silhouette, aimed to the wall of the curtain, and the only thing we do is we have a bottle of water. Instead we drink it, we throw it away on the floor, and we create a reflection. You can also do this with a table or on the floor. If the water goes away, you can create a little bit reflection with water. You also can make water droplets. That's also a creative solution for this. Then we have this one. This is an old factory, and this is like a case, a bridge. These are pieces of metal, and what we did is a rim light. We created a rim light behind the couple, and with the spill light we illuminated all those metal things of this cage. And you have not only a black image with a rim light, no, you have a frame in frame epic silhouette with a rim light in this cage. So very creative, but very simple. You have to find those environment. Always look around, and there's always a spot or a cage or a frame you can choose for creating a fantastic and epic silhouette. The next one, this is a simple silhouette. This was a studio shoot, and this is Cirque du Soleil model, and this was a test shot for the next light. The next light was a key light on her face and her body, but this was only a test shot. But as you can see, it's very simple to create with one speed light a nice silhouette. This one is also with a little bit of water on a table. I meant it before, and also a backlight silhouette. Post the light behind her or behind him. Illuminated the wall. Create with a higher f-stop. Create a rim light, and with posing the table here and with a little bit water on it, you create a very nice reflection in the table. You also can, when you make a shot like this, you can also use the same light conditions, the same camera conditions, to create an extra shot. So you get a close up like this. You have a close-up silhouette like that in 4 seconds. So you have, instead of one, you have 2 silhouettes with the same light, with the same camera settings. The only thing you have to do is zoom in or get in front of the bride and groom. And the last one is this one. I took it in Vegas when I was there for MagMod and the WPPI. This is the Venetian Resort, and there is one frame. This is my frame and this is the environment. And what we did is we placed a speedlight with an orange gel, a bare speedlight. No, we don't use the Max Fair here, only a bare speedlight, one. And we point it a little bit higher, so we get a little bit like a fireball, not a round but a little bit fire. You can see that here. So because we etched the light like this, you get another figure. Instead of round, it will be pointed. We use here not a round speed light but a rectangle, so it's a little bit triangle here, and it's like fire. Only the stand we have to remove in Photoshop, of course, but he was doing a proposal. It was a high ISO shot on, I thought it was about 1250 ISO, between the f5.6 and f8 I thought, and on 160. We used the environment light. The camera settings the measure is on the highlights, so you have a lot of shadow and contrast, and the measurement is on the highlight. So this was completely dark in the test shot, and when you pushed your flashlight on, this was lit, and you can see that because the color of this light is the orange color, and this is the spotlight of your speedlight. This is all orange by the Mag Gel and speedlight. So this was the last image in this lesson. The assignment for this lesson is to create the 3 different epic silhouettes. Try to find a nice location, try to find a nice environment, try it on daylight, try it in nighttime. You can choose and you can be creative. Try the first one, the silhouette with the backlight. Try the second one, the silhouette with the rim light. And try the third one, if you can, the silhouette with the key light and shadow, the third one. You can place your final images into the Be Creative group if you want some feedback, and you can tag me. See you in the next lesson.